Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the room. Welcome to the room on tonight. I hope that you are having a great night so far. I hope that you are doing what you do best, and that's be you. I pray that you've had a great day so far. I pray that you have loved on somebody today. I pray that you have taken the time to really reach out to somebody today and let them know how much you care. So tonight, let's talk about what we talk about in. Oops, sorry, shaking that camera. Let's talk about what we talk about in the room on tonight. So we've been on this thing about obedience, right? We've been on this thing about obedience, and so I forgot. Go ahead and like, love, and share all the nice, good things that we supposed to do in the room. Like, love, and share. Um, Tonight, I want to really talk about some things in terms of this word about obedience. And so obedience, it has really literally been um it has been sticking with me lately. And so tonight I want to talk about what it looks like to be disobedient. I know this is not your favorite topic. I know that's not what you want to hear, but seriously, go ahead and share this with somebody. Um yeah, disobedience. So disobedience. So the word disobedient, disobedient. I'm gonna put that up here. Disobedient. I ain't even make a banner for it. So disobedient, because there's some words that I want you to get out of this on tonight. I want you to get some words out of this. I'm gonna put it in all caps. Disobedient. Okay. Disobedient. All right. Disobedient. 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 So we're going to talk about what it means to be did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. Disobedient. I know, of course, it's not a favorite topic. I didn't even let y'all have time to come in the room. Come on in the room. That's how much I want to talk about it tonight because it really hit me hard. It has hit me hard. I have had a very interesting week. If you were on Surge Bible Study on Tuesday, you know this week Surge was really something. Something that was, I can't say it was not unexpected, but it was something that was like, whoa, it hit me kind of hard, but in a good way. So I wanted to hone in on this on tonight. We started talking about obedience 2 weeks ago when we had our chair chat with Pastor Marquisa Williams. And so literally it has carried over. It was carried over into next week and we're carrying over into tonight. So there's some words that I want to share. I want to pull out some things tonight. I hope you got your pen, your paper. I hope you're listening um, because this word is literally something that sometimes we don't necessarily pay attention to because we always think it's somebody else. We always think about when we're talking about being disobedient, we're talking about, oh, it's not me. I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I do things for people. Yeah, and sometimes we just connect being disobedient with something that's just like traumatizing or something that's just like gory or something that's just like, something you go to jail for. But literally, oftentimes we're disobedient and we ignore it. We know that we're disobedient and we ignore it. We ignore it because we think, well, I'm still good. I'm still a good person. God is still blessing me. I still have things. I still have people. I still have opportunities. And so sometimes being disobedient is what's causing us to not progress in the areas that we need to progress in. Being disobedient is sometimes causing us not to really move and thrive in the areas that we need to move and thrive in. And so tonight, I want to really dive into this word just to kind of get us thinking a little bit differently, just to kind of shift our perspective if we need to. So again, go ahead and share this with somebody. Like, love, share, subscribe, all of the things that need to be done in order to get this word out on tonight. Again, so I want to share this with you. Disobedient. How many of you would even confess and be transparent that you have blatantly, sometimes intentionally, you have been disobedient? Like God has told you to do something. There are things that you know that you're supposed to do, and you have flat out told God, no, I'm not doing that because it costs too much. I'm not doing that because it's too inconvenient. I'm not doing that because just no, because it's going to cause me to have to be around people. I'm not doing that because it's going to take me out of my comfort zone. And so there are times when we will flat out say no. Then there are times when we will say, well, not yet. Even you saying, God, not yet, even us saying, God, not yet, it's still being disobedient. Or, well, God, let me think about it. Let me pray about it. That's our go-to, right? Let me pray about it. Let me but now I have to consult with so many people to see what they think about it. I have to consult with this person. I have to consult with that person to see what it is they think about it, because what if it's not the right time? What if it's not the right season? And so what we do is, well, God, I don't want to be out of order. So we put all of these excuses in front of why we need to be obedient, but choose not to be. It's a choice. Being disobedient is a choice. I'm not sure we realize that, but being disobedient, it's a choice. It's a flat out choice. It's a choice. And so tonight I want to deal with this particular word. I was going to do the opposite. I was going to do obedience, but literally this word right here hit really hard. And so I want you to go with me with this. Okay. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? It's okay to like the chat up, the comment section up. Are y'all with me for real? Okay, I got a thumbs up. I got some hearts. All right, so let's go. So when you are disobedient, of course, this means not. You're just not obedient. You're just not doing the things that you're supposed to do. And so oftentimes we will cover it up with, well, I just don't feel like it's what I'm supposed to do. Or, we will make every excuse in the world as to why we can't do what God is calling us to do. I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about us, because I'm included as well. All of us at some point or another. So when I looked at this word disobedient, the first thing, well, one of the first words that came to my mind is the word side. Side, SIDE. What has got you sitting on the side watching life pass you by? What has got you sitting on the side? Who has got you sitting on the side watching life pass you by? Watching opportunities pass you by. Some of us are comfortable with just sitting on the side. It's not that other things have taken precedence over it. It's not that, somebody else is taking place. Literally, we're just sitting on the side. Sitting on the side. Being disobedient will cause you to sit on the side. Sitting on the side will cause you to be disobedient. What do you mean sitting on the side? Okay, I'm gonna let somebody else do the thing that God has called me to do, and I'll just kind of help him out. I'll just kind of be their assistant. But he didn't ask for an assistant, he asked for you to do it. And so we get comfortable sitting on the side, letting somebody else do what God has called us to do, and then got the nerve to critique them. Well, if it were me, I would have. It was supposed to be you. So you should have. And so when you talk about being disobedient, sometimes there's some things that will derail us and cause us to sit on the sidelines and watch life pass us by. And then we're frustrated and then we're angry because we feel like God is not moving. We feel like we're not progressing. It's not that, it's you have chosen to sit on the side. You have chosen, instead of getting in the game, instead of getting on the field, instead of taking your position, you've decided it's best if I just sit on the side. If I just watch things happen. If I just kind of let things work out, just kind of how they're going to work out. And so we've gotten comfortable, some of us, with being disobedient, just sitting on the side. Just sitting on the side, just sitting there, just watching everybody else do their thing and complaining about, well, I don't know if I would have done it that way. Well, we don't know if you would have done it at all because you're not doing it. So sitting on the side will cause you to be disobedient. Disobedience will cause you to sit on the side. It's one and the same. It will cause you to sit off to the side. It will cause you to dream, but never do. It will cause you to have a vision, but not lead you to victory because you're just sitting there watching everybody else. You're just sitting there planning. That's what it is. I'm sitting on the side so I can plan. You have planned for 10 to 12 years now. You have planned for 5 years. And I'm not saying don't prepare. But literally, these are things that God has shown you years ago and has given you permission and given you the okay to go ahead and do it. But because of fear, because of doubt, because of guilt, because of shame, because of whatever, because of personal inconvenience, and because we choose oftentimes to put our personal agenda above what God has for us, We sit to the side and we get comfortable with being disobedient. And so the other word that came out of this word disobedient is tied. Tied. What has got you tied down? What has got what has got you literally so you can't move? What has literally got you paralyzed to the point that you cannot move? You are tied to a certain season. You are tied to a certain person. You are tied to a certain idea. You are tied to a certain place, that you are tied to people that's causing you not to do what you're supposed to be doing. You are tied to the idea of what you thought life was going to be like. I'm telling y'all, better get somebody in this room. You better invite somebody. You are tied to the idea or the concept of what life was supposed to be like. And because it's not that way, you decided, I just won't do anything at all. I just won't move. But I'm a good person. But I give to people. But I'm nice to people. Yeah, but you're still disobedient. You're still, yeah, and all of that is good. Keep doing that. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But what are you tied to? Some of us are tied to places, and that place could be a house of worship. It could be where you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. And you're like, but my mama went here, and my grandmama went here, and great granny and Aunt Pappy, everybody went to this particular church. So I gotta stay here. You are tied. You are tied. And so tonight we want to really deal with a lot of this stuff. And the reason I'm saying to deal with it is deal with it. Take a minute to deal with it before you go into 2026. Yeah, we're preparing for 2026. We're preparing for the new year already. Why wait till December to say, okay, what am I going to do next year? Start asking God now, what does next year look like for me? What is it that I'm tied to that I need you to cut the cord? That I need you to loosen me from? What has got you tied to the side that's causing you to be disobedient? What is it? Who is it? Complacency, fear, doubt, just plain old tired. The fact that it didn't work out before. So you just chose that I'm just not going to try any longer. I'm just not going to do it again. I'm just going to throw in the towel. The other thing that came out of this word, disobedient, is the word not. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Sometimes that not comes along with your attitude. You have the attitude of not that's got you tied in a knot. Because every time somebody says something to you about your calling, every time somebody says something to you about what you're supposed to be doing, you get agitated. Well, I'm not doing enough. Sometimes the answer is no, you're not doing enough. No, you're not doing enough. And there are times when we're doing things, but it's not the things that we're supposed to be doing. And so what we'll do is we'll fill up our calendar with busyness. We'll fill up our calendar with things and events and places. And literally God is like, but that's not what I told you to do. It's not what I told you to do. It's not where you're supposed to be. These are not the people that you're supposed to be doing this with. And so when you look at the word disobedient, inside that word is the word not. Yes, it looks good to other people. Yes, it seems like you're working hard. Yes, it seems like you're being diligent, but in all the wrong places and with all the wrong people and in all the wrong spaces. So what areas are you not functioning in that God is saying, I need you to let that go. I need you to make that shift. Also, inside the word disobedient is the word net. Some of us are caught up. We're just caught up in the past, caught up in our own feelings. We're just caught up in a net of things. We're caught up in what somebody said about us. We're caught up in what somebody did to us a long time ago. We're caught up again in the fact that it did not work before. What nets are you caught up in? What are you entangled in? What are you entangled in? What has got you entangled in a net so much so? What has captured your attention? Remember, a net is used to capture things. So, what has captured your attention so much so until you're not even willing to be obedient to God? You're not willing to move. It's not that you can't. We're not willing to oftentimes. I'm just not going to do it. Caught up in that net. Caught up in the net of people's opinions. Caught up in the net of your own opinions. Caught up in the net of doubt. Caught up in the net of guilt. Caught up in the net of embarrassment. Caught up in the net of shame. Well, God, you know what? You told me to do this publicly and it didn't work. So now I'm just not going to do it because I refuse to get caught up in that net of being ashamed. I refuse to get caught up in the net with people talking about me. Now I got to deal with people's opinions. And God is saying, okay, Ann, that was a season of development. That's what that was. That was a season of growth. That's what that was. So then the other word, the word that really got to me in the word disobedient was the word bed. What's the word bed? And when I looked up the word bed, it said a resting place. It said a resting place, a bed. It said a resting place. And then the other definition for that word was to fix something, to be fixed on something, to stand firmly on something. So what places have you been resting in that God is saying, I need you to get up from there. I need you to get up from there. Where have you decided to take your rest? And God is saying, but this is not the stopping point for you. This is not the place of settling for you. I need you to get up because there's like a whole world out there that needs what I put inside of you. So why are you resting here? Why'd you decide to pitch your tent here in this season? This is not the end. This is not it for you. There are other things that you're supposed to be doing. Yes, everybody's doing pretty much the same thing. I know you like, well, 10, 20,000 other people are doing the same thing that you called me to do, God. And he's saying, but they're not going to do it the way that I called you to do it. They're not going to reach the people that I called you to reach. They're not going to reach the people that I have assigned to you. So what is it? What is it? Again, we've got to look deeper and dive deeper into this whole thing about being disobedient because we just brush it off. God knows my heart. He's a faithful God. He's a loving God. He's a forgiving God. He is. He is. He is all of that and more. But it still does not change the fact that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Again, just hearing ourselves talk about waiting and talking about pushing things to the side. I'm just going to wait till the right time. I don't have the money. I don't have the patience. I don't have the provision. I don't have the this. I don't have the that. And so literally sometimes when I get, I will. We have adopted that mentality. When I get, I will. And so basically what you're saying is, God, you're going to have to wait on me. You're going to have to wait on me. Yes, I know that there are people waiting on me to do what you call me to do, but they just gonna have to wait. Selfish, pride, arrogant, egotistical, sometimes narcissistic. I know it's a difficult pill to swallow, but chase it with some water because it's true. Sometimes that's where we are. So we think because it's not loud and because it's not blatant and because it's not out there that we're good, we're cool, we're fine, we're straight. And tonight, God is saying, hey, I need you to take a deeper look. I need you to take a deeper look. What has got you sitting on the side? What are you tied to? Who are you tied to that's hindering you from doing what you're supposed to do and getting where you're supposed to go? What net? What net have you been trapped in that you need to cut yourself loose? And then what is it that you're not doing? Not that you can't. I'm just not doing it. And what bed, what resting place have you decided to pitch your tent? What resting place have you decided I'm going to sit here and just pull up the covers and just chill? This ain't the season for that. It's never the season for that. Honestly, y'all, there's so much that's happening in the earth. There's so much that's happening all over the world. And literally, we're sitting down. Just shaking our heads. That's a shame. We're sitting down, allowing the enemy and outside influences to deter us and to keep us in this mindset that we can't do it because we're shy. We can't do it because we don't have the money. We can't do it because we don't have the support. But what did God say? Is He not enough? If He called us to it, do we not trust Him enough that He's going to make good on His promise? Do we not trust Him enough to say, well, God, if you told me to do it, I'm just going to have to trust you and go ahead with this the first time. You are my plan A. So we got plan A, B, C, D. We got plan A through Z. But what if I just stop at plan A because God, it's what you said? I know that takes faith and trust. So we look good on the outside. But honestly, are you really doing everything that you're supposed to do? And here's the last one, y'all. This one kind of took me out, right? Also, inside the word disobedient is the word die. We refuse to die to ourselves. We refuse to die to flesh. We refuse to die to it. Die daily. Die daily. Every day you wake up, it's a choice. Every day we wake up, it's a decision. Am I going to be obedient today? God, am I going to do what you call me to do today? Or am I just so stuck and bent? That's the other word in disobedient. It's the word bent. We're so bent on doing what we want to do. We're so bent on being who we want to be. So, literally, in this season, there is no time to be disobedient. There are so many people waiting on you. There are so many lives that are hanging in the balance. I know we hear it all the time, but no, seriously, think about the people. So, okay, let's go here. Think about the people that have led you and guided you to where you are now. What if they chose to tell God no? What if they decided, no, God, I'm not going to do it? But because of their yes, you are where you are, the good places. You've been afforded different opportunities because of somebody else's yes. Don't let that go to waste. Don't let that go to waste. Don't take it for granted because somebody had to say yes along the way for us to get to where we are. Somebody has to tell us yes. Somebody had to tell God yes. Don't let you be the one to tell God no. Okay? Even for some of you, you know that there are places of worship that you should be connected to. But because it's not the popular place, or because it's not the place where all your friends go, because it is not authorized by certain people, because they don't e- they don't even have a praise team. They expect you to lift up your voice. I know. What's wrong with these people? They got one usher. They don't have a parking lot ministry. So why would I go there because God told you to? Could it be that He told you to go there because what's inside of you is meant to help build? Hmm, maybe. That's a thought. So literally, I'm not saying this like talking to you. This is for me too. This is for all of us. What areas have you decided to be disobedient in? It could be your finances, it could be your health, it could be your family, it could be anything. What areas have you decided to be disobedient in? What has got you sitting on the side? What are you tied to? What did you just flat out say, I'm not going to do? These are all little words inside that one big word. What is it that's got you tied and wrapped up in a net? And what is it? Whose bed are you resting in? What bed are you resting in that's causing you to pull the covers up over yourself and just say, I'm going to sit right here. I'm not moving another further. This is not the season for that. The world needs everything that you have. The world needs everything that we have. Do y'all see what's happening in the world? Do you see what's happening in the world? Take a good look. I know some people don't like to watch the news because it's all bad things, this and the other. Maybe you need to watch it so to see what you can pray for, to see who you can pray for. So I pray this is a blessing to you on tonight. For those who are watching a replay, I really want you to sit down and dissect it and go back and take a listen and really think about this thing. If you have not shared it yet, go ahead and share this. Go ahead and share it. I promise you, it will really bless you. It'll make you think. It's thought provoking. I know it did for me. So, yeah, you're the sweetest person. You do what you can do to help people. You really do. And that is so wonderful. But what areas are you not operating in that God has told you to do? What is it that you are still not doing that God has told you to do? Because you're trying to cover it up with doing everything else but exactly what He's told you to do. So we like to bargain. Okay, God, if I do this, isn't that like equivalent to what you're telling me to do? No, because that's not what I told you to do. And that's not how I told you to do it. So tonight, and I'm not just talking about people in ministry, I'm talking about people if you are a living, breathing human being, do what we're asked to do. We're so we now if if another person asks us to do it, oh, we gonna make it happen. What about when God asks you to do it? There should be no hesitation at all. Not from the one who created you, not from the one who breathes life into us every single day. No more hesitation. Do it. No more procrastination. No more, well, I'm just trying to think about the best way to, or I'm just trying to see who he's going to do it. Do it. So here's the thing, when you get into that time of prayer, that's when he'll probably give you the next step. Well, actually, if you go back and look at the last couple of steps, probably that things that he told you to do, there might be an answer right there. Hmm. What if I go back and do what he's already told me to do? Ah, maybe that's where I should start. Yeah, start right there. So again, let's can the being disobedient. Okay, y'all promise? Yeah, now don't say it. Don't promise because you know, and we are all a work in progress. Listen, this coming Saturday, behind the mask with Prophetess Davina Jeter, y'all need to be in the room. Y'all need to be in that room. Y'all need to be in that room this Saturday. You will see it on our social media platforms. You can also go to Full Impact Christian Church. You can go to Davina Jeter, her personal page. It's on there. There's still room. I think there's still room. I'm saying that there's still room. And so I'm asking you, don't be disobedient. Okay. If God is saying that this is a space that you need to get into, please do it. Please do it. Also, for those who have seen, we will be in High Point, North Carolina at the end of this month, Higher Ground. And so we thank God for Lady O. We thank God for all that He's doing in her life and all that He's doing through her ministry and all that He's doing with this gathering. When I call it a conference, this gathering, this experience. And of course, if you have not heard, November 8th is coming. Let me find the info. Yo, November 8th is coming, and it is coming real soon. So go ahead and register for the Room Experience Live, Thriving in the Ring of Life. We have some phenomenal people who are going to be in the room. And guess who some of those people are? You, you're going to be in the room. That's what makes it phenomenal. So don't allow this new year to catch you unprepared. Get into these spaces. God has given us time and tools. And so I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Not that you're coming for me, but you're really coming to see what God has to say to you, especially moving into this brand new year. And so if you would go to register, early registration is open. Early registration is open. Now, after October 1st, you're going to have to sow a little bit more. But I don't mind, and I'm sure you don't mind either, because it's for a good reason. So let's get in the room. Did I just pop my knuckles? Sorry, y'all. Get in these spaces. Get in the room. Okay. Seriously, get in the room. Um, yeah, get because I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. If you would like to, so well, let me tell I guess I need to tell you how to get in the room, right? So you can register. I'm gonna put it in the comment section. You can register at bit.ly/TREL 25. Oh, not girl, not 35, 25. All right. That's how you register for the room. Okay. So go ahead and register today. And if you was like, well, oh man, I wish you would have told me earlier. I already made plans. It's okay. Go ahead and sow a seed. Go ahead and sow a seed. Go ahead and sponsor somebody else to come. It's okay. Sponsor somebody else to come. So I wanted to share this with you. Also tonight, if you want to sow into LSCM 633, feel free to do so. You can do so via Cash App at $sign LSCM 633. If you want to know more about us and know about what's coming up, please feel free to go to Linktree, linktr.ee/LSC Ministries. Listen, um, yeah, he's been dealing with all of us, I think, about being disobedient. And the reason is like, we really ain't got a reason to. If truth be told, we really don't have a reason to be disobedient. So I pray that you will go back and let this marinate. Go back and sit and listen to this again. Share this with somebody because it's needed. Share this with not don't just share. Okay, y'all. I was not gonna talk about this tonight. I really was not. But something has been kind of tapping at me. So you know how we talk about we cool with people and we. Okay, how am I gonna say this? We cool with people. And it's like when certain people there it is. When certain people host things, we are all on it. We sharing, we liking, we loving. We got to get in that space. We got to get in that room. We got, you this. And so literally when other people are hosting certain things, they may not be as popular. Okay. You may not even know who's on the flyer. Okay. But if it what how long does it take for me to for you to like somebody else's stuff the way that they like yours? Let's be real. We could talk about sisterhood, brotherhood, and all that stuff all day long. But it's come on with the reciprocity. Come on with the reciprocity. Can we talk about it for real? Come on with the reciprocity. No, you may not even want to show up, but that share button on your end works just the same as it does on somebody else's end. So let's stop with the manipulation. Let's stop with the manipulation. Yes, when something so and so is happening, you got to be up at this time because you got to be there. When this person is happening, you got to be in this room. Okay, yeah. Somebody else is feeling the same way about what God is telling them to do. So don't just be obedient when you like the person. Don't just be obedient when you know the person. Don't just be obedient when you trying to hobnob and rub shoulders so your name can get called too. There's some people out here doing some phenomenal things. That's the reason why we started church chat, chair chat. Is that chair chat? Yeah, chair chat. Literally, don't just come on for real, for real. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not. I'm guilty of it too. I'm being more mindful. It's like it's some people out here sharing some really good stuff and doing some really good things. Let me go ahead and like that. Let me go ahead and love that. Let me go ahead and share that. Not just when it's your folk, your people that you cool with. Let's keep it real. If we're gonna keep it real, keep it real. If we're gonna be sisters, let's be sisters. If we're gonna be bros, let's be bros. Okay? Not just when your stuff come up, that now everybody gotta be there. If you see other people's stuff too. Look at the people who are supporting your things. Even if you can't be there, just hit a button. Tell somebody else about it. I'm so serious. I am so serious. I was not gonna even say that. Now that thing has been on me. I've seen too much of it. I've experienced too much of it personally. There's some people out here who are doing some phenomenal things for the kingdom, but because you don't know them or they're not the popular person, you don't think it's much happening to it. So when it's your program, when it's your conference, when it's your thing, everybody got to be there. We're pushing everybody got to be there. If you miss it, you just miss it. If you don't like, and so literally let's chill with all that. Everybody out here who God has called to do something, they trying to do it just like you trying to do it too. No, you may not be in everybody's room. You may not gravitate towards everybody, but it takes a simple like. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta pray. Sometimes you gotta have discernment. It's a simple like, it's a simple love, it's a simple share. Not just when your folk doing something, not just when you on somebody's platform. I don't mind if somebody's. I don't mind. Yeah, I'm gonna look through it first. Now let's be real. I'm gonna look through it first, God. Is this we legit over here? Because if we legit, I don't mind. But come on now, for real. I mean, I get it. Y'all watch the replays and this, that, and the other. But if we're gonna be sisters for real, let's be sisters for real. If we're gonna be brothers for real, let's be brothers for real. Okay? Not just with the popular people, not just with the celebrities, but people that you know every single day trying to get this gospel out there. So I know that wasn't necessarily a popular topic, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I see it. I see it all too much. I experience it all too much. When you're hosting something, it's the end all be all. Everybody got to be there. Everybody needs to be there. But then you got the room full of people, and then it's like those same people who are having things. You won't even take your finger and lift a finger to tap like. You won't even lift your finger to tap share. So, but I love y'all though. All right, so get in the room on November 8th. Early registration is open. You can go to our social media pages. The link is in the comment section. You'll see more about it. Also, Behind the Mask is coming up. Higher Ground is coming up. You have so many things, like literally so many things are coming up. And I'm not saying that you're going to be in everybody's room, but y'all, you know what? If it's for the good of the order, if it's for the good of the gospel, why not? Why not share it? But yeah, I mean, you got to pray about it first time, because everybody out here say they for it, ain't for it. So I love y'all. God bless you. I pray that you will share, like, love, and share this. Have a great evening. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. So yeah, let's keep each other lifted in prayer. It's so much happening around us in this world that we can no longer ignore it. We can no longer ignore it. We can no longer be comfortable being disobedient. There's so much that God has put inside of each one of us that is needed for such a time as this. Okay? So go let that marinate. Go sit on that. And we will check you out next week back here in the room. And we will see you in these Jesus streets. I love you, everybody. Good night.